start with a chant. And the meaning of chant is, let my body be natural. Because what we are talking here is all about naturality. But our body doesn't function naturally because so much imposition of our experiences, our thoughts, our emotions. So this chant is praying or hoping that our body, physical body, will function naturally. So I will chant it first and please respond after that. Sahajam dehi bhavati bhavati.
Sahajam dehi bhavati bhavati.
Sahajam dehi bhavati bhavati.
Sahajam
So the meaning of Sahajam is with which I am born. Sahajan. So Sahaj word comes from with which I am born. So I am born with my naturalness. That is the meaning of Sahajam. Dehi means physical body. Bhavati, bhavati means let it be. So let my physical body function in a natural way. And as we explored yesterday that our body doesn't function in a natural way, and when it starts functioning, it becomes the door to the love, door to the realization, door to the liberation. And that was very much realized by tantric sages and also a great 11th century teacher, a master, Guru Gorakhnath. And Gorakhnath was the man behind Hatha Yoga. So whatever you do, whatever yoga poses you do, asanas you do, they all come from a single teacher, Guru Gorakhnath, 11th century master. And whatever poses you do, they all originally come from Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga. And the meaning of Hatha Yoga is Ha and Tha, because Hatha is made up of these two letters or words, Hatha, Ha and Tha. That means sun and moon energy. Sun and moon energy. Sun is called Pingla and moon Ida, because those are the two main channels of energy which are fully awakened when the Kundalini becomes active. Because the Kundalini energy resides in the body. That is why Guru Gorakhnath wanted to make the body a door to the ultimate energy. But as I am emphasizing again and again, our body is not functioning in a natural way. It is very tense. Its idea is distorted. And a great psychologist from Freud's time, from Germany, Wilhelm Reich, he gave it a name, this whole phenomena of body, tension in the body armor. That basically we take a shield around our body. And that shield doesn't allow the body to function in a natural way. And also in our relationship, we don't surrender it. Because if I'm carrying a body armor, a tension around me, I cannot surrender the physical body in the act of love. We are always holding something because our body is not relaxed. So William Reich was the person who gave the idea of body armor. Knowing that body is the only living thing which we have, this is truly a direct connection with the nature. We can appreciate nature, we can admire it, we can get pleasure, but we are not truly connected with the nature. The moment our body will be awakened, we will be directly connected with it. So even environmentalists, ecologists, activists, they pretend or they try to protect the nature, but they cannot. And the reason being, they are always trying to fix the nature, manage the nature. Not knowing, first of all, you have to develop affection with the nature. And this is the beautiful word which U.G. Krishnamurti said. He didn't talk about love, he said affection. Affection means when you are directly affected by anything. So that is the meaning of affection. So affection means a very direct connection with anything. And U.G. Krishnamurti truly had a fully awakened body. So whenever there was a storm raging outside, he felt it inside in the form of sensation, somewhere here. Whenever there was a thunder and lightning, he felt it. When ocean was roaring, he felt it. When a person was passing by, he felt it. When a mother was beating her son in the tea state of Assam, he felt the effect of the beating in his body. That is what is called affection. Because then we are directly connected. And if we are directly connected, we cannot damage. So because the body is the only direct connection with the nature, but unfortunately that body is not functioning normally, optimally. Another thing is that generally most systems, most cultures are against the body. That is why you talk about spirituality, you talk about nirvana, you talk about liberation, they usually reject the body. Go beyond the body. Don't entertain body in your life. Don't allow it to function the way it wants to function. And that is where most of the teachings come. Why that attitude is there? What is the reason behind it? I think we must explore so we will understand why this dichotomy, the only living thing which I possess is the body, and that is rejected. All its desires of the body for hunger, for thirst, for shelter, for love, they are all reviled. They are negated. What is the reason? What do you think is the reason behind this negation of the body? The number one reason is that it contains the essence of our energy, bioenergy, life energy. And traditionally, we call this bioenergy as Kundalini. Kundalini. And the Kundalini energy is connected with the second chakra. I'm talking about the tradition. And the name of the second chakra is Swadhisthana. No need to remember this name because I'll explain the meaning. Swadhisthana means master of yourself. Swa means self. Dhisthata means when you become the master of yourself. So this bioenergy, this living energy, if it remains undisturbed, what will happen? We will become the master of ourselves. But nobody is interested in that. No society or culture is interested that you become the master of yourself, because the moment you become the master of yourself, you will rebel against all authorities, all systems, because all systems are the distortions. Once you are in touch with the original energy, you will become a rebellion. That is why the first hallmark of any person who is walking on the path of spirituality or who become the master is to rebel all the past which is accumulated by humanity. All authorities, all scriptures are shunned. They are not rejected. But what they say that go beyond all gurus, all authority and all scripture. Because once you are in touch with original life, why you need its interpretation. So basically, if you become the master of the energy, if your body is awakened, it is the awakening of Kundalini. And the first thing happens, we become a rebel. We become a fully functional individual, and nobody in society, family, institutions, corporation, in politics want you to become the master. Because in order for the smooth functioning of a society and culture and institution, we need subjugates, we need slaves, we need followers. If we are not followers, then the whole society will become upside down. And in order to follow, you have to surrender the energy. That is why there is so much distortion, taboo about the body, particularly the sex. And idea is to distort this energy. Because once you put a taboo stigma on any bodily function, it is distorted. It cannot run smoothly. And I'm not saying that one can run wild about any bodily function. We have to control, but not disturb. So, I will take the example about the sex. We were talking about it. That if sex becomes a taboo, if it is disturbed, what will happen? A still life energy will force us to do something. And when we do something naturally, we will develop guilt. That is why there is so much guilt around the sexual functions, nearly in all tradition. That you have to restrain, you have to become celibate, you have to stop the flow. All kinds of myths are created. Because when I create a myth about a natural function, and if I am performing that function naturally, I will develop guilt. And if anybody develops guilt, if I develop guilt, it is so easy to tame me, domesticate me, to make me a follower. Because with this guilt, where I will go? I will go to authorities. Because guilt is a very unpleasant emotion. And so those authorities will give me the solution how to discharge this guilt, how to erase this guilt. And in that process, I will submit myself to authority. Then I cannot become a fully functional individual. So we have to understand really that why body is revived, why there is a stigma, why everybody says go beyond body rather than understanding this body, realizing this body, fully experiencing the body, because body is the only mechanism which contains the pot of nectar, the essence of the bliss, which I mentioned yesterday. It is called somras. In Greek mythology, the god Dionysus is the deity of body. And Dionysus in Western mythology is also god of wine, intoxication. I guarantee you, the moment your body functioning naturally, even for a bit, you will be intoxicated. You will be drinking the wine, the timeless wine whose flow never stops, right from your body. It sits in your brain and eats it. So that is the number one reason behind discarding the body, to prevent us to become our own master. If we become our own master, it's not a good idea for authorities. Do we understand this? Yes.